Yo, 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 what's up, everyone? Valkyrie? Valkanen? Another Valk. Here we go. So, showcase on Valk. I was very lucky to get him on Void 2X. Pulled around 300 shards, maybe 330. Got three legendaries, including 4th Georgid, 5th Arbiter, and 1st Valkanen. To be honest, I didn't even watch the cartoons. He's geared in double stone skin. You will see why. Standard nuker build. Maybe it was an extra emphasis on shield, because he has something that helps with shields. I don't really care. I don't really know. Basically, his core skills. His gear is rubbish, right? 6k attack, 260 crit damage. All of you can get this with stone skin. It's not my best gear. I just want to test him. He's not booked. Okay, not booked. I'll book him for the CVC, which is happening now, but just for the testing, I wanted to show you because it's not like you need him to block revive twice. He sacrifices somebody and gains a secret skill, or it's not really, yeah, it's like a secret skill, block revive. The secret skill has many issues, which I'll tell you about and show you. First of all, it doesn't guarantee the removal of stone skin, okay, but stone skin naturally has resistance. And second is, if you don't use the skill, it disappears. Okay, so let's go. So my idea is not to use Brachus. I think Valkanen's bad enough. You don't need another Brachus there. My idea is to use and risk Gaius. Okay? Why is that cool? Because when Gaius dies, he basically explodes all the bombs. And rather than wait for him to die, I accelerate the death and open up the skill of block revive. Okay, so you can see that here. So there's many ways you can do this. You can do an Arbiter with a lock, you can do a Duchess with a lock, and then you can, you can do many different versions of this. Valkanen does pretty decent damage, 100 to 200k. Unless there is a Harima or some really strong damage mitigation in the team, you're basically gonna kill whatever, right? I would really strongly advise going against UDKs. UDKs in Stone Skin will seriously hinder your block revive, right? Because it's not going to remove the stone skin. Not with guarantee, anyway. So that's the only problem, right? Against a very slow stone skin UDK, you won't have any choice. And your bombs may not land, right? The whole idea was that I thought the bombs would land, but the affinity of UDK makes it so painful Gaius. Otherwise, this will be a perfect team. So if the bombs don't land or sheep, you're in trouble, because now if you kill sheep, the bombs won't explode. Okay, Valkanen will just do the true fear because that's a Valkanen skill. I'm lucky there because he actually killed my Gaius for me. But look, secret skill, see, does not remove stone skin. Okay, which is fine because that's how stone skin's designed, but it doesn't help you with the secret skill, right? So UDK actually becomes really strong against Valkanen. If UDK was a shield set UDK, it would not be that strong. But it will still have to eat up a block revive, which is still pretty good. Okay. So I think that Valkanen this combo could have some use maybe in live arena, but for classic arena, which is how I'm showcasing this to you today, I think it's very hard. Whilst you can do the setup, I think so many things can go wrong. And I really don't want to use Brachus. If people can think of a good champion to kill outside Brachus and Gaius, do let me know. I'm super interested in that. But right now, killing Gaius and exploding bombs in the stone skin kind of meta is the current way. Unless you can remove sheep. Maybe some other bomber, like there's an epic bomber that places, like a force one that places bombs, right? When dead. Not so sure about that, but currently this is the ideal scenario, right? This is some kind of ideal scenario. You've bombed them out, one of them didn't die from the bomb, but that's okay. Now you get to block revive with this. So, yeah, nice 200k. So that's like a kind of an ideal classic arena pre-sheep scenario, right? But with sheep, with high resistance, it's very, very difficult sometimes. Yeah, so let's carry on with this. You get the idea. I mean, basically, when there is sheep, this becomes much more at the mercy, right, of the sheeper. Here, I think this is a weak team. So Harima, you see here, is very, very strong. Valkanen's ignore defense, like any other ignore defense, is not that strong against 97k. Obviously, that's a very strong Siphi as well, to basically survive 97k. So that's like 120k maybe Siphi, because it was already a little bit damaged, I think. So it is tricky. In real arena terms, this is tricky, right? This is very, very tricky. So you have to build Valkanen strong. And why double Stone Skin on Valkanen? Because I simply think in the combos I've got them, unless you use Duchess or something like a different combo, I think it's just so hard to keep him alive. I mean, he has naturally really good like base HP, but yeah, he's not, you know, he's not going to survive long without double Stone Skin. So, because he's got to do the sacrifice, then it's got to come around. He gets 75% turn meter, but you still want that Stone Skin. So definitely single Stone Skin. Double depends on how fast your bomber and everything is. Yeah. Sorry, people texting me. I'm that popular. Block revive, doesn't matter, maybe on the Siphi. Siphi's always annoying. Because Siphi can cleanse fears automatically and stuff, so. Yep, so, and by the way, guys, this is not booked, this is not my best gear, and I've lost quite a few battles in testing. Don't for a minute imagine this is easy, right? This is not easy. Bombs don't land. Bombs get resisted. You might think, oh, why don't you use a Kimi? Why don't you use a fast Yoshi? I did. But sometimes you still need speed, right? You still need an arbiter. So it's not so straightforward. Oops. Yeah, okay. Block on the Brachus. If they revamp Brachus... Right now, Brachus has two issues. First of all, it's 14 books. Okay, let's forget that for a minute. Second, it's force. So, not so keen on that. And then third is that it just doesn't do enough damage, in my opinion. So I think if Brachus had some kind of ignore shield, extra penetration in defense, yeah, it will be attractive because it puts attack up and it's pretty vicious. So you could build a really slow Brachus, sacrifice it, the Brachus comes alive, gets an extra turn, immediately puts attack up on everyone and then does insane damage. And then Valkanen comes in. Like if Brachus, True Fear or something, could ignore resistance and then could not be blocked, that would also be something. But right now, I think Brachus is just not meta enough, right? It doesn't have enough special skills other than just being revived. So my recommendation is still Gaius. The only issue with Gaius is really just an issue of affinity, you know. I think in the current meta, other than being sheeped, affinity is the biggest issue. There's Harima, there is Pythian, and there is also UDK. That's three very strong force champions that are quite frequent in the current meta. So just watch out for that. And also bombs is not great against the Tarichka meta, which I've not actually showed you here. Because I just don't think it's viable, this against Tarichka. So Valkanen, I think, is a fun champion to mess around with. If you got loads of spare arena tokens because you bought, you know, those packs and they're running out and you don't play arena as much as you thought you might be playing, I think if you have Valkanen, you can have so much fun testing like 100 battles, right? Because it's unique. But utility-wise, really, how's it useful? This block revive here is a single target. You can't use it against Rhodos here. And I don't need to block revive on a Pythian when there's only a Rhodos left. You see, it's not as amazing as we make it out to be. So if it was a double hit block revive, yeah, okay, I can take down a Rhodos. Maybe I can do a bit more damage with a double hit. I don't know. A double hit will also allow me to at least land a hit on when there's a UDK around. So a single hit block revive, well, we've got a few champions that do that, no? They just have affinity. Void affinity is helpful. And now maybe there's other ways you can use Valkanen, right? There's other ways that you can use him that I haven't explored, like giving him a better shield from someone that's dead. I don't know, like spreading debuffs. I don't know, maybe there's another way that I haven't explored. But right now, as you can see, this is the only way that's known to me, really. And here, that's got Stone Skin, and I managed to remove it despite the orbs. But that's just luck. Over and out.